What's up guys, I'm Jeff and this is J Spark Garage. We're going to introduce you to our next vehicle on the channel. I just recently got it about 4 months ago. I've already done a bunch of work to it, but I have more to go. I left a few things that the Ford F-150 people are really going to want to see how to fix. So let's show you the truck. Alrighty, this is a 2011 Ford F-150 with a 6-cylinder twin turbo motor, FX2. Bought it about 4 months ago with 74,000 miles on it. When I got it, it was pretty neglected as far as taking care of the paint, stuff like that. Had a ton of rock chips on the front of it. So the very first thing that I did was a full paint correction. This took me a total of about 35 hours. I started with a full cut using Meguiar's 1.5. After that, I went to my next favorite product, Dr. Color Chip paint matching. Spent a total of about 11 hours fixing every single rock chip on this front end. Their system is awesome. It doesn't leave a bubble on the rock chip, it actually just fills it in. Doesn't get rid of it, but you can't spot it within 3 feet or so. You have to really look and know what you're looking for to be able to tell that there was even a rock chip there. The next step was a full polish using a Meguiar's product again. This left me with a smooth as glass paint finish that looks amazing. After that, I topped it off with some ceramic coating from CarPro. All right, we're gonna hop in on the passenger side here. I'm gonna show you some of the other things that I've fixed already on this truck that had a problem. Let's unlock it. Wrong button. First up was the shifter. It was missing these covers and the tow and shift buttons weren't working at all. So hopped on to my favorite Ford parts dealership, got a whole brand new shifter and got it replaced. Next thing was the AC. Common Ford problem was the AC actuators go bad. The gears actually break off a tooth in them and they start clicking. Whenever you start the vehicle, you get a clicking for about 5 seconds. I thought I had it figured out on which actuator it was, and it would be the easy one behind the radio right here. Super easy to replace. Take the radio out, get a screwdriver back there, swap it out, you're good to go. I did that. It didn't work. That meant it was the hardest actuator to get on the whole vehicle. Ford wants you to remove the whole dash to be able to get to the actuator. It's actually located at the bottom there. It's wedged between all of the AC and the floor of the vehicle. And the only way to get to it is to remove all of the dash, lift the AC stuff out, and remove it. I wasn't planning on doing that. There's a few videos out there where people have actually hacked it up, and that's the route I went. It's a hell of a lot cheaper. It cost me $30 for the actuator and about 4 hours of time to try and finally figure out how to do it. And I'm going to show you a quick glimpse of what I had to cut to be able to get that actuator out and the new one in. So we're just going to remove this panel real quick. Pretty easy. So if you see, got a bracket here And the actuator is actually right here where my finger is. It's sandwiched between all this ductwork and the AC and the floor of the vehicle. What I did was, this vent actually comes all the way out here to blow hot air on your feet. I had to cut that, a big lip of it off, to be able to pull the actuator down and out this way with a lot of prying and some curse words. I was able to get that out, get the new one in. Saved me a hell of a lot of time. Didn't have to remove the dash, and now it works great. All right, next big problem. The AC still was not blowing that cold. Rolling down the road, it would only blow about 55 degrees. Every now and then it would get down to, you know, low 50s, high 40s on a cooler day. Couldn't figure out what was wrong. I checked everything. I checked the AC charge, I checked how the AC was working. Wasn't getting cold enough, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Fast forward, after lots of research, finally came up with the blend door. The door that monitors whether you're getting outside air or inside recirculated air. A common problem on these Fords is the actuator actually breaks off the socket to the door. Here's what I mean. I keep it down here. That's the socket. So the actuator actually slides into there, and this is connected to the door, and it moves back and forth. This was broken off. Nothing was wrong with the actuator. It just wasn't moving the door anymore. So the door was actually stuck in refresh, and it wouldn't move out of it. So what you're doing is, you're actually just cooling down outside air that's like 90, 195, 100 degrees outside. So you can only get that so cool before it, you know, blows in your face. Problem was, it wasn't getting recirculated air. So inside the cabin, after the AC's been working a little bit, it's cooler inside. So now you're cooling 80, 75 degree air instead of 100 degree air. Again, Ford does it. To replace that door, you have to remove the whole dash. Tell me that's not some crap. So, found another hack online. A guy explains it pretty well. What you do is, you take the motor out. Here, I'll show you. You take the motor out that's underneath here. And at that point, you can reach up and you can actually manually move that door with your hand. It's pretty floppy, so it could easily just move back into the fresh air mode. So from there, move it into the recirc mode, and then I drove a 2.5 inch screw through the outside of the housing into the door to lock it into the recirculation mode. This could pose some problems later on in the future, but I'll deal with those when they come up. I'll show you roughly where I had to put that screw. So you have this panel right here. All it does is pull out. And in here, I don't even know if I can show you, but you might be able to see right in there, I drove a couple screws through the housing and into the door. Let's see if I can get you in a little bit more. Right there. And there you go. It took me about 35-40 minutes to try and figure it all out and work it out. Went for a test drive. Holy moly. It gets down to 36 degrees, even in 90-degree weather. That was definitely the fix I needed. Alright, so that's our second vehicle. After fixing those little problems, I did your basic maintenance issues. I changed the spark plugs, filters, things like that, fluids, getting it just ready for its daily duty. And when I'm ready, that has more than enough capability of towing this big girl. So, some of the other videos I have planned for this vehicle is the notorious backup camera. I'm going to replace it. I'm going to show you what you need, how to do it. It's not the cheapest fix, but it'll get that thing up and running again. Hit the subscribe button when you're ready to see that. And there you have it. We have our official J-Spark Garage tow vehicle. Thank you for watching. Consider hitting that subscribe and like button. Join us for our adventures. If you haven't watched my previous video where I introduce you to my Chrysler 300 SRT8 supercharged with a Pro Charger, I might add, hit the subscribe and like button, and we'll see you in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye.